One of my favorite recipes on the planet is this meatloaf, and I need you to trust me, it is so delicious. Over on my stove here, I have got some onions sauteing up. They got a little translucent. I'm adding in some garlic, and I'm also gonna add in some fresh thyme that I just chopped up. You can also use dried thyme if that's all you got. No problem. Now we're making a huge batch of this meatloaf. I'm gonna tell you why. It's gonna make your life so much easier. We're gonna make one for dinner tonight, and we're gonna freeze the other one so you have dinner ready to go in the future on days when you just don't wanna have to worry about it. So my garlic, onions, and thyme are doing their thing. I'm gonna go ahead and add in tomato paste. That's gonna add a really beautiful richness to this dish. And I'm gonna add a little Worcestershire sauce. If you've watched anything I've ever done, you know I have a deep, deep love of Worcestershire, so we need to get that in here. And now I want to cook this tomato paste for just a minute, just to kind of get that raw tomato feel out of there. But it only takes a minute. Now, while this is cooking down, let it do its thing for a minute. While it's cooking down, a few things. For my meat, I've got 3 pounds of Pelkins ground beef. To this, let's go ahead and add in 2 eggs. And I'm gonna add in some of my Wyowega Star Dairy Parmesan. I just like to add in a good handful. I just measure this with my heart. I don't worry about measuring cups. That looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and add in a great pinch of salt. Salt makes everything taste better. Good pinch of pep. Now, I have a secret. I have a secret you must know about. I'll show you how I do this. Let me pull this from the stove. All right, you cooked out, looking good. That tomato paste just kind of melded into those onions. That's what I'm looking for. We're gonna put that to the side for just a minute. Here is my trick to fantastic meatloaf. You're gonna get garlic croutons. Just get garlic croutons, just the ones you can buy at the store. You don't need to make your own. You just get them from the store. And I'm gonna give them a little crush. I throw them in a freezer bag. You can put them in a food processor. However you want to crush these up. Make your kids do it. They think this stuff's fun. Now, in a bowl, I'm going to go ahead and add in buttermilk. We're going to get some buttermilk going on here. Get that buttermilk. And then we're going to add our croutons and soak the croutons in the buttermilk. And then add it to the meatloaf mixture. It's so good. I'm telling you. This is so delicious. I've done this for cooking classes before, and people are always requesting this recipe. I hear it all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. Let that soak in. I'm going to add a little more buttermilk. I can tell that these are some crunchy croutes, so I'm going to go ahead and mix those up. I've got my oven just preheating right now. I've got a sheet pan as well ready to go to the side here because I don't put mine in a loaf pan. I freeform it, cooks faster, makes life easier. All right, let that soak up. Now I got my Parmesan, my eggs, my salt, my pep. Now go ahead and throw down your super flavorful tomato paste, onion, garlic mixture here, along with your croutons. Oh, it smells good in here. It smells really good in here. Do this. Now, I'm one of those people that if you don't have a ton of time, you don't have to make a huge meatloaf. You can 100% do this and put it into mini meatloaf cups or little meat, what am I thinking of? Cupcake cups. Makes your life easier there too. They cook way faster. But smush this all together, just like that. And I'm gonna grab my sheet pan that I have ready to go. And like I said, I line mine with foil, not for any other reason than I just don't want to clean it. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this really well. Get those croutons all mixed in there, that garlic, that onion. Boom. And once that's mixed up like that, I'll take one glove off here. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to cut this in half. We're going to freeze half of this, and we're going to make half of this. Just eyeball it. That way, this is good to go for later. And now, if you want to make it flat, it'll cook faster. You want to make it round, you do whatever you want. You want to make it into a turtle or a Bugs Bunny or whatever you want to do to get your kids to eat it, you do what you got to do. But I just kind of form it into a beautiful little loaf that's going to be easy to slice. I'm going to make a glaze for it. When you come back, I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious glaze. We'll get it in the oven. You'll see how this turns out. I'll meet you right back here. Okay, meatloaf out of the oven. Now it's time to make the glaze. So I've got some ketchup. I've got some brown mustard. I gotta do my Worcestershire because I always do. It's my favorite thing. It adds so much flavor. And then a little brown sugar. Mixing this up in my favorite silicone cup. This is a silicone measuring cup. It's one of my favorite things I get from Season to Taste. It's my kitchen store I always go to out in Swamico. Go say hi to Catherine. She's got the coolest stuff out there. Look at this measuring cup. It pours, it squeezes, and I'm gonna tell you the weirdest thing. I use this to fill my iron, but it's with water. But it's just one of these things that I feel you need in your kitchen. Go see my girl out at Season to Taste. Now, while I'm glazing this, I also need to talk about a sponsor very near and dear to my heart. If you've never been to Gather on Broadway before, I highly encourage you to take a look at our website and our social medias. We are an event venue dedicated to making every event special. Bring us your anniversary parties, your corporate holiday parties, birthday celebrations, private cooking classes, any special event in your life that we can make memorable and delicious. We want to do it. So find us at gatheronbroadway.com. Get in touch with us. We're the best. All right, so what I like to do now is I get this back in the oven. Even though it's done, I'm gonna get it back in the oven for a few minutes just to let this glaze kind of caramelize a little bit, do its thing. So while this is in here, doing its thing, let's talk about what I did with the other half. I threw it in a freezer bag, the other half of our meatloaf mixture, and I flatten it as much as possible because that way when it's time to thaw it, if you put it in the fridge overnight or if you decide to thaw it in a little water, it'll thaw so much faster than having a big meatloaf in your freezer. So now you've got dinner tonight, you got dinner in the future, it'll come together so fast. Let's talk about what we did today. First of all, that sweet, salty, meaty, all the things, the chocolate, the Parmesan crisp, the Pelkins beef jerky, all of it is in here. Delicious, hearty snack for the week. Don't forget our granola cookies that are just delicious and so easy to take on the go, which during our busy routines, this is what we do. And then that Fiesta chicken, we've got lunch for the week, healthy lunch for the week, which you can mix up any which way. Add some avocado, add some lime, add some cilantro, add some more salsa, get some chips on there, do whatever you want to do. And then freezer burritos. You can either eat these throughout the week from your fridge or go ahead and throw them in your freezer as well.